Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of the Wildcast podcast, the official voice of Estero High School, and I am your host, Mr. Schell, and we are thrilled to kick off this journey where we celebrate our students, our staff, and the amazing community that Estero High School has built. And it is just such a special place to learn and grow, not only for the students, but us as the teachers there at the school. And each week we will be bringing you closer to the heart of the Wildcat Nation, highlighting what's happening around campus, spotlighting student success, giving a shout out to one or two of our outstanding faculty members, and connecting with our business leaders who help make our programs thrive. And here to launch this beautiful and awesome adventure off right away, we are honored to be joined by our awesome, most creative co-host and incredible principal, Miss Jennifer Seluk.
Thank you, Mr. Schell. I really appreciate that fantastic introduction.
So what's it like? This is the first podcast. Are you a little nervous?
I'm a little nervous. This is exciting. I'm here with, I feel like, difference makers, mountain movers. So I'm excited to have a moment to be able to share with our parents and our staff and our students about the difference makers and deposit investments that they're actually instilling in our students.
You hear that, guys? She's bringing the professionalism already right to the forefront.
And the movement's already
happening. And we do have mountain makers right here. And we couldn't do what we do as teachers, and I don't know what you feel as a principal if we didn't have guys like this helping us.
Our students wouldn't thrive at that point. The mentorship is incredible.
And people need to know, I guess, we met at South Fort Myers High School about 5 years ago, and these guys have been with me every step of the way over at South, and we brought them to be part of what we do at Estero High. And at this time, we would love to introduce to you two incredible businessmen. First, we have Alfie Tounjian, who owns and runs, and we're in his studio, matter of fact, Advantage Retirement Group. So, Alfie, why don't you say hello first?
This is exciting to be here on the first episode. This is going to be huge.
How you like that?
I love it.
First episode.
Yes, first episode.
And we got your running mate with you.
Oh, yes.
We it's usually when you're around, we got to have my other man really around, and we have the one and only Bill Daubmann, owner of My Shower Door, D3 Glass, and My Architectural Glass, along with us today as well.
Thanks for having me, everybody. Alfie, thanks for the studio. This should be really good. You know, Jennifer, I came in and saw your students there, and just to see the change from week one when we first had the open house and how quiet and reserved they were to yesterday when we went in here to see them open up and start throwing ideas around. They were just totally different people, and I think that's the goal of this whole academy, is to get them thinking out of the box, seeing things that are not on their curriculum, and start thinking about creating a future for themselves.
Jen, I got to tell you a story.
Absolutely.
So when I thought about coming over to you, guess who I always believe in getting some advice from people who you really admire. So my first phone call, or one of them didn't pick up, but my first or second phone call was both of them. But I called this guy, and he said, you got to get to the Estero corridor. It's a slam dunk. Don't even think about it. So do you remember that conversation?
Absolutely.
I'm very grateful for that
and
conversation.
we haven't looked back since.
And you're knocking it out of the park there.
So far. But we'll talk to Alfie first because he has a tea time. And and then I'm going to let you ask him some of the questions that you really wanted to know about Alfie, and then we'll switch over to Bill, and we can basically ask some of the same questions we were going to ask both of them, I guess. So
yeah, I'd love that. So first, I want to thank you for being here.
Very welcome.
Very, very grateful. So some of the questions that we're thinking of, the first one, what inspired you to start your first business?
Well, I guess I always wanted to, I knew what I didn't want, so I knew I didn't want to, I didn't know what I wanted up until, gosh, it was probably like 21, 22 years old. It was, I knew I wanted to be successful. I I always had that dream of owning my own business. I was in Amway at 19, and that was like my first business I owned. And it was awful. It was a disaster, but they thought I was going to be somebody special at 19. I was hanging out with these unbelievable, like multimillionaires. They were diamonds. With Amway, if you're a diamond, you're doing something. And so I traveled around with them. I traveled around with, these guys. I saw them do presentations. I saw them do, Christianity inside Amway. That was very big for me. So I wasn't a success there, but it did teach me I knew what I wanted to do. And then I got in the insurance business in 1983. My mom was changed her career in 1981. I helped her get past her test. I was reading the questions to her, and then I saw her lifestyle, and she enjoyed it, helping people. And I said, that's something I think I can do. But I really got in it because I didn't know what I wanted to do, tell you the truth.
And that's okay. That's what we share
That's
with our
all part of
students.
it.
You have to know, and you can have failures along the way or take those risks and see where they land.
Alfie always comes, and that's why, too, I think I really struck up a kinship with us. Our paths are very similar. He was raised by a single mom.
Okay.
But tell him about the beach towel story a little bit, too. He has a really cool story about this, too.
So I was on Hollywood Beach at 19 years old, and I didn't know where to put my keys on my towel. So I thought of it immediately. I said, this beach towel should have a pocket in it. So it was, I thought of it right away to put like a Velcro slit on the top of the towel, open it up, and with a pouch on the back so you can bury it.
So smart.
And you put your keys in there. And so I was trying to market that for 2 years, but that was before the internet. That was before Home Shopping Network. It was before all that. So this was like in the early 80s. So I did get a patent on it. I borrowed money from my sister, from my friend, and it was expensive. It was like $5,000 at that time to get a patent. And so I got a patent, and I tried to market it. I tried, I'd do a part-time job, and then I would just try to market this thing for like a year and a half. And people would, we had prototypes made, and people would remember seeing me like a year previous, and they would say, "Hey, how's that beach towel doing?" Yeah. So it was a great idea, but I didn't know how to market. So that's the whole thing about business is, how to market your business. And I tell new people starting a business, don't be afraid. If you're not spending money on marketing, you're most likely going to fail. When we moved here back from Maryland, we moved back to Florida. It was very hard to, get this business up and running, but I was spending money, and my wife would, she would say, "Hey, do we need to spend?" Yes, we need to. And then it grew to what it is right now.
And please tell everybody, every Sunday morning you have a show that speaks about investing. And Ms. Seluk, as you know, Alfie partners up with our stock market game that we play every year. So he comes in and talks about the stocks that are, or about the stock market in general. And he also, just talks about his career, and the kids really love when he comes in. It kind of sets the tone for the whole class.
Absolutely.
So every year he does that for us. And then, so tell everybody what time the show again is on in the station.
It's on 92.5 Fox. That's Fox News 92.5 it's FM every Saturday from 9 to 10.
Oh, that's the podcast, but what about the TV show too?
That's the radio show. The
right.
TV show is on NBC every Sunday at 11 o'clock, right after Meet the Press, 11 to 11:30.
He's like the king of all media for Southwest Florida. He even writes books too.
I think Bill is the king of all media.
We're going. So speaking of marketing, probably one of the best marketers I have ever seen in my life, and I've known Bill. He might be one of my oldest friends. Bill and I go back 25 or 26 years, all the way to Collier County. And I remember when Bill had one store. And so, Bill, tell us a little bit about your journey and a little bit about your business.
Boy, Not to bore anybody with the journey, but we are a true family business. Myself,
that.
my wife, my 2 sons. We started up north in Springfield, Massachusetts back in 1986 and continued to grow, but eventually Donna decided the winters were no longer for us. It really wasn't a good location to carry glass in the ice and the snow. So one day she took a fall. She'd go with me on a lot of estimates, and she took a fall and landed right on both wrists. And I thought she broke them. But before she got up off the ground, she says, "That's it. We're selling. We're moving to Florida." And I'm going, oh, my gosh. You know, I've got a house. I got a business. We got to get the kids out of school. But anyhow, it was the best move ever made.
What a great story.
It was incredible. So we opened up in Southwest Florida, Naples, in 2003, September of 2003. With just the original 3 family members, and one of my sons stayed back up north with the owners that bought our business up there through a transition period. And he stayed up and he came down, and then there was the 4 of us. And that was in 2003. Fast forward today, we have 192 employees, 10 My Shower Door locations, a My Architectural Glass location, a factory and distribution center all throughout Florida. And then this past year, we opened up in Charlotte, North Carolina for both My Shower Door, and we opened up a distribution center for D3 glass. And now we're selling glass. We're making it here in Fort Myers and selling it throughout North Carolina.
And how big is your place on Alico? How many square feet?
On Alico, it's 60,000 square feet.
wow.
And
Can you imagine?
just put in
what
permitting for
what
another.
a success story.
We just put in permitting for another 15,000 square
Oh,
feet
wow.
on another building.
Growing
And I can
exponentially.
attest, if anyone needs
2
a shower
decades.
door out there, my mom has one of his and I have one of his, and they're
Class act.
great shower doors.
And Alfie has how many of ours?
Oh, good. At least he
Sharing
gave me
in
some business,
business.
that guy.
Absolutely.
All
Yeah.
right. Is there one
Sharing in
more
business.
question?
So I do want to ask, what problem were you trying to solve when you started your company? What problem were you, knowing that you moved here?
Well, okay. So when we started our company back north, I wasn't in the shower door business. I was actually in the closet organizing business.
Oh.
That was the first business we started. And obviously for that, the problem you're trying to solve is to get people more storage space in their limited closets. And we did organizing systems. And I was the first one in Western Mass to be what they call a closet-made dealer. Closet-made is that white wire shelving that you see so
Sure.
often. But in Massachusetts, that was a product that no one had ever seen before. It started here in Ocala, Florida. And these are in the days before Home Depot and Lowe's were even thought of. So we became the first dealer in Western Massachusetts, and we grew that to the largest dealer in both Massachusetts and Connecticut. When the economy turned bad, we had to find other things to sell, and we started investigating doing shower doors to the same builders and remodelers we were doing the closet shelving for. And when we decided to sell that business and move to Florida, we decided to drop the closet shelving and only concentrate on shower doors.
So before we go to break, I want to pose a question to you guys, and this is the question that what antidote for success, or what do you want to leave with us today that would speak right to the kids? What are some things that our students need to understand as they begin their journey, either into going into college or into the workforce?
At My Shower Door, there's no renovation, no mess, and no worries. We strive to make everything easy for you. Whether you're finishing up a remodel or simply replacing an existing shower enclosure, My Shower Door will customize and design to fit your exact needs. All of our products are manufactured in-house and installed by our experts. Want to see more? Visit myshowerdoor.com or stop by our local showroom today. Let us help you transform your bathroom with the local touch that you can trust.
So welcome back to our Wildcast podcast. This is so exciting. It's our first feature for parents, students, community, all involved, all things Estero High School. We have 2 fabulous gentlemen and business partners here visiting with us, and we are going to go right back in action. Go ahead, Mr. Schell.
Well, we really, again, we're setting it up. We want to know what advice you would give our students as far as life goes, if they're going into the workplace or into college.
Well, one thing, there's going to be people that will tell you can't do it, and you got to stay away from those people, okay? Because if you have negative people around you, that's not going to make your job easier. That's not going to make your life easier. I had an uncle that really did that to me. So it sort of drove me, but a lot of times that would have drove people out of the business. So I would say that. And again, the other thing would be to don't be afraid to have a plan to spend money, but spend right. And meaning if it's not working, you have to be able to cut it off and then go a different direction. So don't keep putting good money after bad money, but you cannot be afraid to spend money to make money.
Good advice.
And next up, Mr. Bill Daubmann.
That's super advice. Some of the things that I've noticed that really help in business is communication skills. That's not really taught much in the school.
It's not.
But communication between other students, between students and teachers, and then out in the community. And then when they communicate, have some empathy. Try and see things from their point of view. That translates later into selling and into marketing. You don't necessarily need to sell a product. You need to sell a benefit. And you have to get to the people's feelings. So you have to show them what do they want. And you need to be a problem solver. So it's not just presenting a plan. Alfie could turn around and say, I have a financial plan for you. Well, every financial guy has that. But it's the feeling. What's the benefit? Enjoy your retirement. Let me get you through with lower taxes in your retirement with the plans that he has. That's the benefit. Same thing with our shower door. Everybody can sell glass, but what's the benefit of using my shower door? And that's what I want the students to learn. They have to frame their point of view with empathy to their customers or their other students that they're dealing with.
We really saw that. I do feel like we really saw that when you came in and visited the students. Initially, they were extremely quiet at the beginning of the year. And I feel like the interpersonal skills and communication that has built in the last 9 weeks has been critical. And you're creating logical, critical thinkers by implementing a project, creating the organizational piece, having them think about the start and the finish and all of the details involved to get there. So value added, both of you. I'm super grateful.
Every time we're around them, it's like a master class in business.
It
You know
is.
how that
They soak
old,
it up.
yeah, that old analogy, never be the smartest person in the room, and that's why I keep these guys around me, because when you're in a room with them, that you can really learn a lot. And you guys, from the bottom of my heart,
I want to say one thing.
I want to say
important.
thank you.
Well, I appreciate that.
I want to say thank you a million times, but go ahead.
Well, one thing too, Bill, as you would know, you it's not, if you're going to start a business, you might want to work for someone else first and
Great
find
advice.
out what they're doing and what they're doing wrong. So when you go and move onto your own business, you know that's the right way to do it. I have a very successful friend that did that work for this company. Now they're probably worth $500 million.
Wow.
Okay, so with that, and have a mentor, right, Bill? You talk about mentors all the time. You got to have a mentor to help you
Yes.
through. Thank you for letting us
Well, thank you
share
for
our
all you
thoughts
do.
here.
Anything you else want to conclude with
No,
them? And then
you yourselves are mentors to our students. And I hope that you realize that they're soaking it up every single time that you come in and you visit as guest speakers, and also inviting them into your business, whether it be through touring or letting them shadow somebody else in regards to accounting, bookkeeping, or the relationships that are being built. Every day is a deposit made that we are so grateful for. You're helping our students grow.
And coming up next segment, we're going to be bringing one of those deposits you guys have made with Paulina. So that'll be in our next segment coming right up. Stay tuned. Here we are back with the Wildcast, and one of the coolest parts about being in a podcast is that we get to bring on our rock star, superstar students and talk about great students. I am blessed to bring on one of my EEA students, Paulina, to talk a little bit about her journey in entrepreneurship. She has a really cool story, and I am so excited to hear more about your story, and we're going to let Miss Seluk do the interview and take it away from here.
I'm so thrilled to be here. This is clearly a start for Estero High School and a different direction so that we have students, families, community members, and our staff able to listen. So you're going to expand on all things Paulina, which Paulina is a Rotary Student of the Month. So that is such a treat. Yeah, we got to celebrate her Student of the Month and all of the fantastic things that she has going on in her life. With that said, though, being in entrepreneurship in FGCU with Mr. Schell, this has truly made you grow within the last quarter based on being in this class. So I'm excited to hear more about that and the opportunity that you've had with Mr. Schell. It's the only course in the district, FGCU Entrepreneurship, and you've really taken a leadership role within that class. So I'm excited to hear more from you. So I'm going to go ahead and start, okay? I understand you do have a professional makeup artist business. I have also seen you working in Ulta at Gulf Coast Town Center personally. How did you start this business?
So I feel like makeup was always something more for me. It more was about confident. I like to see my clients to be happy after I do their makeup. So I started to do my friends' makeup and my family members' makeup first. And they told me I'm doing great, so why would you not to go and take courses so to become a professional? And it inspired me. And I took a course. It was 12 classes course. My teacher was amazing. She was very inspiring person. I'm very thankful that he taught me everything. And then I started to take models. I started to promote myself through Instagram and TikTok. It's very important right now, social media. They can make you popular like in one day, in a couple days. So it was a big step in my life because I started when I were 15 years old and right now I'm 18.
So 3 years.
So, yeah, I'm in makeup industry like 3 years.
That's amazing. And you've probably seen yourself grow.
Yeah, of course.
Yep. So would you consider that person a mentor? You mentioned
probably.
your teacher, mentoring you through the process.
Yeah.
And helping you grow. So do you have, you mentioned social media. Is that how you market through your social media?
Yeah, I promote myself through social media like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even sometimes Telegram. And also my knowledge from social media, I got it from entrepreneurship class because we learned a lot about marketing, how to sell your business, how to promote yourself. So it helps me a lot in my professional way.
Yeah, absolutely. So I understand that you are from Ukraine originally. What were your biggest challenges moving to the U.S.?
So moving from Ukraine to United States, it was a big change because a language barrier, the way how everything works here, education, people, how they act, and of course, I think the most hard, the biggest thing is a barrier language, and because people in Ukraine wouldn't speak English a lot, so I didn't practice. And when I came here, I had to study a lot. Also, new school, new rules.
Learn the language.
Yep.
Wow.
Everything is new, and also my business, I had to start everything from scratch. It was kind of scary, but also it taught me everything. It taught me about how to be with new people, how to adapt to everything, to new environment, so it taught me a lot. I feel proud of myself,
as you should be. I think that you speak very well and very clearly.
Thank you.
As well as running your social media and entrepreneurships.
Thanks a lot.
So I do feel like you have grown significantly, and that is very evident. I've also seen you at Ulta, at Gulf Coast Town Center, working with people within the community as, I guess we could say, customers and clients, right? I've seen you in action. You're very mature in how you handle yourself and professional within that industry.
Yeah. I love to work in Ulta. I love my team also. Working at Ulta Beauty taught me a lot how to communicate with clients. I also help them a lot. I coordinate them in the store. Also, I have to meet my weekly goals with the brand and just my team. I love my team. Everyone is so nice to me. They're so understandable. They're like ready
Excellent.
to help me in any minute.
What are some of the best things you like about Estero High School? Like when you, and maybe some of the differences from your Crane High School to what you experienced at our school.
Yeah. So Estero High School, it really different from the schools in Ukraine. I love their programs and education programs that we have in Estero, like entrepreneurship class, economics, like math and data financial, especially entrepreneurship class, because I'm taking it as a high school level and also a dual enrollment with FGCU. So in Ukraine, we don't have stuff like this. We just sitting like reading the books and then they're like giving us a test, you know.
Right.
It's
Wow.
never like that fun like in Estero.
Mm-hmm.
Do
That
you
makes my heart happy.
do you enjoy the hands-on activities we do, like the scavenger hunt
do.
and the different Turn It Up Thursday things we do?
I do like every week we have fun activity, like, you know, with not just sitting and like looking at something like tests or books or just reading something. We actually doing. We like
Real
act,
world.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We like practicing how to do it, especially if we have assignments like to sell something, to create a product, and then marketing strategy. So we're just practicing. It's really really good for the future, especially if I want to do something like create my own brand. It helps me a lot. It teaches me a lot.
And we're trying to find her a really high-level mentor out there in the makeup business. So if you're listening to this, please contact our principal at Estero High School or myself, and please, and give us your information so we can partner you up
The
with
connection.
Paulina.
I
Go
want.
ahead.
I really want to know what ultimately. Okay, here you are, and you're getting ready to make it to the finish line and graduate high school. I'm so proud to shake your hand and watch you walk across the stage as a young entrepreneur.
It's coming soon.
It's going to be here before we know it. So, what are your ultimate objectives and goals? Where do you see yourself after graduation?
So after graduation, I want to go to FGCU and study entrepreneurship.
Wonderful.
I want to improve my skills, improve my knowledge in marketing and everything, because I think it's a really good school.
I do
And the
too.
thing that we have a dual enrollment with FGCU in Estero High School is awesome. I
It
love
is. And I heard that they gave you, when visiting, that they gifted $1,000 scholarship
Yep.
to each of
Yeah.
you from FGCU Entrepreneurship directly.
Yeah, it was really nice. I was really happy and thrilled to go to the trip with Mr. Schell and also my other classmates. It was really awesome. They show us a whole entrepreneurship school.
Mm-hmm.
They show us a new technology that they have. It's incredible.
And one of the unique things is that we are going to be involved with a pitch contest in April where the kids can get up to $5,000 for a business to start. So with no strings attached.
I love that.
So that she'll be putting together I'm sure her makeup business
Of
for that
course.
pitch. And she's already had a meeting with the chancellor or the department head of entrepreneurship at the school. So she's already kind of gotten her feet wet over there.
I'm going to be eager to see that come together. I want to know, do you promote your favorite brands and the items that you use? Do you promote those brands, or are you thinking even getting deeper into the professional makeup business of creating your own?
I would like to create my own.
course, yeah.
Yes, 100%.
Well, I tell you what, you were the first guest on our Wildcast podcast. How did it go,
exciting.
Paulina? Did
She
we do
was
a good
great.
job?
Yes.
Did we kind of act like we knew what we were doing in here, or no? Kinda?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're like you
Student.
practice a lot.
Oh,
Like,
oh, yeah.
Woo!
See that? We
Got
were
it
glad to hear.
together.
Well, thank you for being our
Student
first
showcase.
guest. Continued success, and a special shout out to your parents, because I don't think kids like you happen without two incredible parents.
Absolutely.
And your parents are just amazing, and you're amazing, and just you keep up the good work, making good choices, and you
Going
will
big
shine,
places.
girl. You will do whatever you want to do out there. So
I'm thrilled to watch her grow at FGCU in our
Thank you.
backyard.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is going to be an excellent opportunity for you. And don't forget to come back and visit so that you can share your story in Mr. Schell's class. That's really going to be full circle for us. I'm
Yep.
proud of you.
And thank you once again. And we'll be back with more Estero news right after this. All right. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the Wildcast, our first inaugural issue or our first recording. Ms. Seluk, how are we doing so far?
I think we're doing great.
Paulina was pretty
this
amazing,
is our first
huh?
experience. She is a stellar student at Estero High School. I wish I had more time with her. I'm sad that she's a senior,
Yeah.
and watching her grow and evolve, I just wish I had more time with her. However,
Me too.
she's going to be in our backyard at FGCU.
It's true.
That's going to be your next guest speaker leading into the beginning of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Have her come back in that transition from high school to college.
Sounds good. And we had Bill and we had Alfie. It was a pretty good show so far. So
Incredible.
we are bringing it home now.
Some of our best business partners and
Yes.
mentors to our students. I am absolutely blown away with the generosity and the time that they give us and our students, because we're growing in this process too.
Absolutely. So as we conclude, we want to talk about, this is going to be airing December 1st through the 16th. And then we'll have another segment after that. But we want to talk about what are some upcoming events for parents to know about at Estero High School. What should they be looking out for?
So we are entering into winter sports season. I just had the opportunity this morning to visit Bonita Springs Charter and met so many wonderful 8th graders, rising 9th graders, shared all things Estero High School, entrepreneurship, and all other academies that we have brought into Estero as elective opportunities for students. We are a very strong Cambridge school, but having the opportunity to speak about career and technical education, I do think brings in the passion, because the academics are so rigorous. They enjoy those elective courses with you and many of the other professionals. So December 9th at 6 p.m. at Estero High School, we have our school choice open house. So that's all opportunity of South Zone students living within the South Zone to be able to come, check out all of the happenings at Estero, and find out what we're all about.
Absolutely. So that's December 9th, parents, and it starts at what time?
6 p.m.
Okay.
And we will have girls' basketball game occurring during that time so that they have the opportunity to go into the gym and cheer on some Wildcats and watch the girls play. We also believe we have a soccer game happening out at Jeff Summer Stadium as well. So we'll have some opportunities for families to come in and check out Estero, our Cambridge program, learn more about our career and technical education workforce, and then also be able to attend sporting events.
So if you're out there listening to the podcast for the first time and you want to partner up with us with with your particular business in some way, please contact us. We will be putting our email and information on the video aspect of the podcast. And also, what would be the phone number if they wanted to reach out to you?
239-947-9400. So again, 239-947-9400. And much of our information in the Wildcat Standard, which is our newsletter monthly, is typically on the website.
That's right. Mr.
And
Brightman runs that
He
particular
sure
thing.
does. Mr. Brightman does a
So
great
look
job
for
with Miss
that.
Potter in organizing our newsletter, and that is on the website, and it's for each month. So that November feature, which it will come close to December, we'll have that December feature up. All athletic events, all events occurring at Estero High School are listed on there, and it's a very easy read for families and community members.
So as we conclude, everybody's moving into the holiday season. Is there any last words you want to give to our families and students out there listening to this?
I do. So we're really vamping up some other events as well with our Student Government Association. I'm all about what our students do and involvement with our clubs as well as athletics. But our SGA program is going to have a Christmas service project where we invite elementary students into the school, and we provide that opportunity to celebrate the holidays and Christmas with them.
Wow, great.
And so we'll have some local elementary schools stopping by Estero High, and I just love when our students take selfless time to invest in others And at the end of the day, November and December, having that attitude of gratitude for all, that's important.
Gratitude is just a huge thing that we all need to possess, especially this time of the year, because I find if you're having a bad day and you just start giving to somebody, that bad day will go away really fast.
It does. It does.
And I'm very grateful for you, everything you've brought to the school, everything you stand for, and I am really excited about what this podcast will become, and hopefully people will really have fun listening to it and watching it. So with that, is there any other last words you want to say as we sign off our first one?
Our mission very much is really showcasing the happenings within Estero from the staff and the students. And it doesn't just have to be whether it's a student of the month or a staff of the month. We have great things going on in every single classroom within that school. And it's really just giving the opportunity to expose what is happening within the school walls for community, staff, and students to be aware of.
Sounds great. Well, thank you again, and we'll see you in 16 days with a new broadcast, our second broadcast of the Wildcast. We'll see you then.
Thanks, Mr. Schell.
At My Shower Door, there's no renovation, no mess, and no worries. We strive to make everything easy for you. Whether you're finishing up a remodel or simply replacing an existing shower enclosure, My Shower Door will customize and design to fit your exact needs. All of our products are manufactured in-house and installed by our experts. Want to see more? Visit myshowerdoor.com or stop by our local showroom today. Let us help you transform your bathroom with the local touch that you can trust.